Hey Chris, how's it going? I'm doing good. Just dealing with some really crappy weather last night and today. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Yeah, I had some power outages yesterday. We had a crazy thunderstorm, but no rain. And as I sat down ready to start streaming, I lost power for about 3 hours. And then about the time it came back and I was ready to start working, everything it's just too late. I said, screw it. It's a weird thunderstorm. Hi, Carol. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to plan out the elements for the bases. So we got to do a tombstone for Velma. Just want to try to get some ideas on scale. I don't want to be a huge tombstone, but I don't want it to be too small either. Hey, how's it going, Raz? So I think that would be too big. I'm thinking something smaller. Hold on. So I looked everywhere. I went to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, a couple stores, and I couldn't find any grass that was like old, dirty, dead. Anything that was old grass for any Halloween stuff was like actual stuff that would deteriorate over time. Like real, like, you know, stuff. So I decided we're going to have to use the real grass that I have here. But it should work out pretty fine. I also went to the hobby store this morning, and they have remote control RC cars that they build. So I wanted to buy a tire that I could actually roll, like make a dirt area here and roll the tire like van tracks here. Just for one tire, like 2 tires, would have been like $50. There was nothing in scale for these girls for like $1. And I asked the guys if they had any like parts at home or clients, and they said everyone always throws them out. So that I might have to kind of create my own tire tread or something from that. So I'm thinking we put a tombstone here and sort of have the dirt this way. Right, so this way, if I get some kind of hand coming up around here, and then we can put the high grass all around this way. And then she's going to have a keep out sign. So I'm thinking here would be like dirt. Or maybe this would be the dirt area. And if I could put the tire tracks like here. And then a keep out sign like here. So let's experiment. Alright, so I got all this wood, so I'm thinking we'll cut a couple pieces and then we'll add it to a stand. So we'll have 3 pieces, I'll scratch it up, I'll make them look weathered, and I'll put a keep out on it. I'm thinking that's what I can do. What's up, Raphael? So what we'll do is we'll have grass along the edges. We might have a little bit of taller grass like here. This will be all mud and dirt. So if we put a, I don't know, should we have a, let's see. What do you guys think? One sign that's nailed to a post like that, or have two posts like that? The idea would be like spray like keep out, so maybe 4 planks. So if we do one, I don't want to cut this wood yet because I'm going to be using this for another project. So it would be, we don't want to keep it too high, do we? I think the idea is it's like broken on the ground. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So if we have it kind of more sort of on the ground broken. And the other idea would be the planks of wood would be sort of can spread them out, of course, over the piece too. So I need to kind of really score this up before I attach anything. It's a good thing with balsa wood, you can kind of do some weird stuff to it. down at the bottom. So we're looking at something like that. So if it was to be like high, it would be up like around there, but that's not what we're doing. So if it's broken, thanks, Raphael. Hopefully by next weekend I'll have Velma's hair video up. I'm almost finished with it. I'm just trying to plan out the bases now. This way next week I can actually start doing them. I'm going to do the bases. I'm going to try to get the bases done before I start painting them up. I'd rather get these done first and then work on the girls. My friend in Canada is going to help me with the tombstone. Probably going to etch it in wood, and then I think after he etches it in wood, I'll take it, I'll press it into some mold, and I'll make a resin copy of it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let me look at some keep out signs. Let's see. Yeah, so kind of on the right track. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna go about, I say, that high, and this way we'll figure out a spot when I make the base where this will go. So for right now, I think we can cut it right about here. Now the idea is once I figure out how this is going to set up, I'm going to actually stain this wood with some like old gray and blue paint. See if I can make it look really kind of old. So just by kind of doing some weird stuff like this and hey Nishu and Atarashi. Yeah, next is bases. Try to figure these out and then go from there. Yeah, I would have streamed yesterday, but I had a crazy storm, so alright, so I can use wood glue and maybe a nail. Maybe I got some small nails in the garage. Well, I never really worked, I mean, I've worked with wood before, but to try to add wood to something like this, I mean, I would rather have resin, but I looked online for a lot of stuff, and the amount of money to try to make a sign for this would be too much compared to just messing with some wood. I'm also going to be doing license plates. I looked online. The license plates for the machine is actually AC712. But somebody in the comments said I should just put mystery machine license plate. So what I'm thinking of doing is, where did I put it? Everything's a mess at the moment. Yeah, so I have some sheet metal here. I'm gonna cut out a license plate shape. I'm gonna measure it. I'm gonna do an Illustrator file of, say, Mystery Machine, and I'm gonna send it to my friend Meta John, and I'm gonna have him print me a sticker. So what I'll do is I'll kind of bang this up a little bit, and then I'll put the sticker on it so we can have like Mystery Machine license plate here as well. So we have tire tracks, a broken sign, and maybe a license plate in the grass. Something like that. So let's find the wood glue wherever that is. Alright, I put the wood glue somewhere, and I don't know where. There it is. Hey, how's it going, fangirl? Hanging in there. Crappy day yesterday, no power. It was like just hot as hell and muggy. We had the storm was just insane. No rain though. I don't want them to be all perfectly next to each other. So something like that. Damn, these are too big. Actually, you know what? Alright, I am no woodworker at this scale, so we're just gonna see how it looks. Worst case scenario, I make another one. Hey Jacob, no, I just, we had a crazy storm yesterday, so I had no power for 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. Just one of those crazy, freaky storms. You guys think I should add anything to the back of it at least? I mean, it is wood and these could break off. I think maybe I should add some planks or something behind it. Maybe I can... What if I slice that off? Do a like I said, I want it to be a weird looking sign, something not perfect, but that somebody just kind of nailed together. Yeah, I know it would look better without the supports, but unless I do something... Well, if it's going to be like this on the base, somewhere like right there, I think what we'll do is, when I sculpt this, we'll put a little notch in the resin, the eaves, so it kind of sits like this on top of the grass, because what we'll do is we'll have some grass here as well. Maybe some of the grass can like go through it, like that. It's got to be removable because this will snap and break if, whatever. So you figure it's going to be set up like this area. Like that. Yeah, except I don't have any clear resin. I'm all out. Unless I'm trying to think. Does Michaels has like crappy clear resin, right? Don't they have like crappy stuff that's like 20 bucks? If Michaels has crappy clear resin and after I paint it up, I can just dip it in their clear resin and then dull it down. I know the nails aren't perfect in scale, but so we're just messing with it for now. We'll see how we go with this. Yeah, I'm gonna score it up more, but I want to let the glue dry a little bit more. I think what I might do is hit it with my good glue. Like, we're not gonna see the back that much, so I'm thinking gel glue these areas a bit. Maybe that'll add a little bit better support. So I don't really care if the back is messy. That's not the focus. Garage Kits makes this transparent wood stuff, except I thought I had more, and I actually have nothing left in here. It's kind of like a grayish, greenish blue. So that's something I want to kind of mix up. Alright, let's experiment. So I'm thinking is we give it a coat of some kind of a dye, make it look old. I could sand it down, score it, do some stuff to it, go back and do it again, and just keep going. So we got some shading gray here. Water in there. Some green and some blue. So let's grab so that's very greenish. I think we need to add a little bit of brown to it. Well, hopefully everything works well for you though. It's too green. Too green. I don't mean to pry. Is it anything serious or? Oh, that's not good. Hopefully that works out for you. Well, we'll be praying for you. Hopefully it all works out. We're gonna at least have you hopped up on some nice drugs there for a while. Damn, that sounds like more work than he needed to go through. Yeah, the super glue seems to hold it a little bit better. It's messy. I'll hit it with an airbrush to kind of tone it down. Now I'm just kind of using my fingernail. Since the wood's soft, it's better just to use my fingernail and sort of. Yeah, I still might want to kind of clear coat this, but we'll see. Hopefully they don't drug you up too much. I had a diverticulitis surgery back in 2009. And oh my god, I was like the Dave Chappelle crackhead coming off with all that damn medication. Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't understand about that fangirl over here in the US. Everyone's free healthcare. I'm like, yeah, but people take forever. We could just go down the street, hand them a card, and get taken care of. But hopefully it works out for you. That's all that counts. Can we call you the $6 million girl now? Or a $6 million woman? Be able to jump trucks and stuff? Yeah, I think the sign's gonna work. I think just the keep out when I spray that's gonna be the... Hopefully that works out. Yeah, I'm still thinking I might need to resin coat this though. Might just pull it together nicely. Make it a little bit more durable. Unless I add something on each plank behind it, since it's going to be hidden anyway. Getting older, little by little. You know, the other thing I could do is I could just go get some wood varnish, some flat wood varnish, and just dip it in that. I think I thought about burning it, but I think my luck it'll go up in flames. Because I did, God knows what kind of chemicals are in there now. Yeah, I think I might just do the wood varnish. I'll just go pick up a small can of flat. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of dip it in there, let it sit, dip it in again. And maybe that'll just kind of bring it together. So I'm definitely going to have to flatten it and varnish it first before I do the keep out. Plus I couldn't varnish it right now anyway, it's soaking wet from all the paint. It's a good thing about this stuff, you can kind of just dig into it with your fingernail and really mess it up. Yeah, I think they got some really good clear varnishes out there. I mean, you guys think that's pretty old looking, right? Yeah, I think that's what I'll do, Conan. I'll probably heat it up, dip it in some varnish, and then blow dry it and get it dulled. I mean, worst case scenario, even if the varnish is a little bit, I can always hit it with a flat top coat. But I think if the varnish kind of soaks into some of these areas, it'll kind of bond this part a little bit. Let me wash my hands real quick. It's gonna look like I haven't washed my hands in weeks with all this stuff underneath the fingernails. Alright, so we're gonna let this dry because I think I put a little too much liquid onto it and it's like starting to turn flappy rubber stuff, so. I'm gonna do keep out. I threw away the paper that I had before, did I? Oh, what did I do? Yeah, this is kind of the idea, so I was just kind of like maybe keep out something like that. I'm bad with handwriting, so it might actually work well when I do it because when I sign my name and I write in handwriting, it's just absolutely horrible. So that actually might look it better. So that's kind of the idea. So, yeah, I gotta let this stuff dry. Alright, so camera down. Okay, so this is where we're at with the base so far. So we're gonna have the tombstone over here. I'm thinking the creators of Scooby-Doo. Like, I don't know if they're alive or not. I don't want to say rest in peace. So I'll have to figure out if they are. If they're not, or whatever, I could do something, you know, something there. So all the grass is going to go across here. A little bit of grass here. This part is going to be the tombstone, the dirt, like a little dirt mound. And I'm thinking the hand coming out of here. I know the Scooby-Doo, you know, it's not like monsters coming out of the grave, but this is more a superhero statue, so I figure, you know, it's kind of my what if. So this sign is going to go here, like this somewhere, like keep out over the grass. And then this is going to be a dirt road here, so you figure this is the dirt road. This is where the tombstone is area. So right here is going to be tire tracks on this dirt road. So I got to figure out how to do that without spending $26 for a toy RC tire. For the keep out, it'll probably be red. Because if she's all in purple with red hair, it'll be like a dark bloody red, I guess, keep out. Like, you know, like a spray can. So I might just do it with the airbrush, like really close to it, and let it kind of bleed a little bit too. So maybe that'll work. I'll have to kind of plan it out first. Now the next step is I want to put license plate on the ground. So we have our sheet metal. The sheet metal. So you figure a license plate, if I'm holding up a license plate, it's about that big. So you figure it's about a little bit bigger. No, maybe the first size was right. Are they the Hanna-Barbera? Is that the original owners? I mean, I was kind of hoping to do like the creators. Is Hanna-Barbera the creators? I haven't even gotten that far to figure out what to do on the tombstone. I've just been trying to figure out where to put it. So that'll be a good piece. So. Two-inch by 1 3/4. It's probably the best way to do it. That's 3/4. Is it? Wait. Yeah, 3/4. A paint pen? I've never heard of a paint pen. It's not a bad idea. Could do something like Here Lies the Creeper, and then Hanna-Barbera underneath of it or something. It's not a bad idea. So those are who the original are? Thanks, Sean. Alright, so if they're, so we could do rest in peace, Joe, Ruby, and Ken Spears. Maybe that'll make a little bit more sense. I gotta keep brainstorming it to see what would, I don't want to make it look like too weird. Let me write this down. Yeah. All right, so let's. What if we do? Here Lies the Creeper. Here Lies the Creeper in memory of, or just how about in memory of Joe, Ruby, and Ken Spears. I don't like doing rest and rip. It's kind of too. I'd rather do something maybe like in memory. The only problem with adding more tombstones is I don't have the space, and scale-wise it might look a little weird. So you figure in memory, big letters, and then Joe and Ken, you know, something like that on the tombstone, just back there. Let's see, Testers makes paint pens. Alright, I'm gonna look into that. I'll see. Because I think if I had enough control with the airbrush and I say, keep out, it'll look like it would be a spray can on top of there. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing with the airbrush. But I'll look into that. Alright, so if I had more room, like if I was gonna go absolutely apeshit with this one, I could put more tombstones. I could put like the back of there with, like, you know, the metal rods, like it's in case, like it's, you know, it's just, you know, how you have to go through a gate. But I don't have enough room, and I can't fit these into the Bestas if I go that crazy. So I'm trying to keep stuff sort of in scale, but not overloaded. So I'm thinking her with the tombstone in memory, and have a hand coming out of here will sort of give that whole Scooby-Doo vibe. And then I could probably put a Scooby-Doo necklace at the base. And then this is the keep out sign, tire tracks, and I think somewhere in the grass we can have a mystery machine license plate. And then you could just kind of place it anywhere you want to. It doesn't have to be like specifically made for that spot. So that's kind of thinking when I'm for that. We can do, instead of adding more stuff, what we could do is, say if you want to display her backwards, right? We could do something on back of the tombstone where it says, here lies the creeper, you know? Something behind the tombstone. So this way, if you want to display her this way, you have something behind the tombstone. So we can have the craters in the front, and then here lies the creeper in the back. Get it? You know, in the back with her booty. Maybe we could do that. So what I could do is I could have Meta John etch out a tombstone from the front and etch out a tombstone from the back. I can make 2 resin copies and I can attach them together, break them up, and then I can have a tombstone with front and back. I think that's kind of a good idea. So this way, it's not just like, okay, you see a back of a tombstone and, you know, whatever. Maybe I can do a, here lies the creeper, and like how she's going with her face shush, maybe I could find an Illustrator file where we can etch into the base like it's a monster saying shush as well. I don't know, something like that. I could do 2 different tombstones, but the problem is I have to, the way it's gonna work is Meta John is gonna get a plank of wood and he can etch out the front of the tombstone and the back of the tombstone. I don't want to use wood for the tombstone. I need to actually have resin. So I'm going to have to pick up another container of this. This is a easy mold. So you mix A and B together and you press stuff into it. So I can press the mold into it, but I'll have 2 separate sides when I pour in resin, and then I'll have to use Aves to kind of sandwich them together. But the problem is I would have to make a perfect key at the bottom, a perfect rectangle square for it to be interchangeable, and that'll just won't work. It just it'll be too much of an issue. Because I'm thinking that, you know, if you want to display her this way, you would at least be able to see the front and back. Because if you're off at a little bit of an angle, it's not going to go in right and it'll look weird. See, I personally like to try to keep the basis pretty much simple to the point, but the girls is where I want to focus on. I mean, like, if I was going crazy and this was going to be like a grail of mine and I wanted to have the whole gang, like, take a Captain America, turn it into a Fred, find, like, a Spider-Man and turn that into, like, Shaggy or something, you know, whatever, then yeah, I could go crazy with this whole entire base display setup, but as of right now, I think this is kind of as far as I want to go with it. Sometimes you have to say, okay, that's as far as you can go. So the elements as right now is we have a hand coming out of the grave, and we have a tombstone with the front and back, and that's, I think, good enough for Velma. And then here for Daphne, keep out, tire tracks, a mystery machine license plate. She's holding up the Scooby snacks. And then if for some odd reason you wanted to turn her around though, I think you'd still get the point. You still would be able to see the keep out sign. And there's really not much to the back of her. This is, you know, this one, you see the booty, you know, so you have a big different version, you know. So I think that's where I think we're going to go with it. Now what I might have, my friend, I might go onto that site. See if my friend Meta John can print me out like a monster hand. I don't have any monster hands in my box of parts, so. Alright, so in memory of Joe and Ken, on the back, here lies the creeper. What I'll do though, does, I'm trying to think, trying to brainstorm. No, that won't work. I think I'd rather focus on the hand coming out of here instead. Conan, if I can do this tombstone in resin, I can actually paint it and do a better job than wood. I have more control over it with resin, and especially Aves. I could crack it better, texturize it better, and I think it'll be more durable too. Ruby and Spears? Actually, I like that better. In memory of Ruby and Spears. How about, instead of saying and Spears, how about just in memory of Ruby Spears, to make it seem like it's the name of the person there, but it's actually a throwback to the creators. I think that might be better. Or how about Ruby HB Spears? Ruby Hanna-Barbera Spears? No, it's fine, Conan. I'm just kind of, I'm just kind of brainstorming here with you guys as well. I don't, personally, when I do stuff, I'd rather have everything in resin or Aves. I'm not really a fan of adding, like, wood to the stuff. But yeah, it's only because, like, wood, if wood breaks or chips, it's not really as repairable as like Aves, you know, or resin. It's just my thought process on my customs. So how about in memory Ruby HB? So how about that? And so we go in memory of Ruby Hanna-Barbera Spears. Kind of like, so people who know, that would be kind of a throwback? Or is the HB too much? Yeah, I've seen the foam stuff too. And I thought about that in the beginning. But you know what it is? I don't have enough experience with the foam as well, so I don't know what I can and can't do with it. I kind of like to stick what I'm comfortable with. Yeah, I don't think I wanted to put any dates though. As far as the tombstone goes, I got a good ideas of the design. I got some of those old tombstones that I looked on the website. So right now that's just a placeholder. That's just an idea of like how big I want it and where it's going to be placed. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for like some of those older tombstones that look really like old school. So I think that's what I'm going to go with for that. I don't know if I want to put any dates. I know the dates would look good, but I think maybe just in memory of Ruby HB Spears. I think that might work better. Yeah, because like I said, I don't want it to be too personal with dates. I think just that'll work pretty well. Conan, what do you mean the bottom creators? Yeah, I really don't think a lot of people are even going to get it. That's the other thing too. Just maybe you guys from the chat that were brainstorming, and maybe some Scooby-Doo fans. I think a majority of the people will probably have no clue who the hell's on the tombstone. And I doubt a lot of people are actually going to do research. Yeah, and I think that's good enough for that. I understand that, you know, taking some of the old monsters in the cartoon and adding them onto the base, or like the masks and stuff like that. I mean, at this point, if we keep adding onto the bases, we're just throwing too much stuff into there for a graveyard scene, you know? Yeah, I didn't know any of the creators either, so I appreciate that information. I was going to go on Wikipedia and do all that research once I got the tombstone set, but I kind of think this is good. So we'll go with in memory of Ruby HB Spears, and then on the back we'll say here lies the creeper. I'll definitely be doing all that in a video series for Velma, so at least we got an idea of how it's going to work. Once I get some of these elements ready to go, I'll probably be doing this base and this base sort of at the same time, but this one we'll do on live stream, this one I'll do on my videos. So we got the license plate, the keep out sign, this is going to be the tombstone hand, and I'm still debating about the Scooby-Doo collar. I'm not sure yet if that would actually work. I'm going to have to play with that one. That might be too much to add on. And hopefully I have enough grass for all this too. I might need to get some more. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to go over and get some more. Hopefully they have some. I'm not going to fill it up with a lot of grass. I'm going to make it look like sporadic grass. So there'll be, so yeah, maybe I will have enough. I'm not going to make it flush like that. I'm going to have like a couple strands here and there and a lot of dirt. So it's going to be kind of dirty with a couple strands. And some of the grass I'll chop at the top and have shorter grass. So it'll be kind of light, like all kind of different sizes. Yeah, I think just keep out sign. She looks like she's on the edge of the road with tire tracks, the mystery machine license plate, and here she's got the graveyard scene and it's coming up to get her, and I think that's good. So I'm not a fan of overly done. I like if the base tells a story and it's condensed, I'm okay, but these bases that are like 40 inches wide, 15 inches high, and you have the little character on top, I'm not really a fan of that. Jacob, you're killing it. So we got third one now? Keep this up, Jacob. I'll have a whole list of the whole entire stuff on the thing. Did Iowa, is that how you say it, Iowa? Did he create the girls, or did he just create Scooby-Doo? Because I guess the idea is like whoever created these two girls will stick with them. You're kind of like becoming the researcher now for me, Jacob. I'm gonna have to fact check you now. You could be fake news, I don't know. That'll be a hell of a troll, as Jacob tells me the stuff, but the guys that he tells me are like creators of Gundam instead. I could do in memory of Ruby Iowa Spears instead of HB. Alright, let's take a vote. What do you think? Ruby HB Spears or Ruby Iowa Spears? So I guess let's do this. We'll just do Ruby Iowa Spears. I think that'll work. Just do those three names. And then alright, we'll do that. Three names. Ruby Iowa Spears. Yeah, I could fit that in there. Because I think what I could do too. So here's the tombstone. In memory. Ruby Iowa. Now, if I go with the old type of tombstone, because they're kind of like a little bit narrow and they kind of come to a point, I could do in memory bigger letters and then Ruby Iowa Spears. Just three names going down. I haven't. Once I get into Illustrator, I'll have a better idea of how it would look and how it would fit. I'm just thinking right now what I can do. So we'll definitely do the 3 names. I'll design it in Illustrator when I find the exact tombstone pattern, and then I'll just measure it all out, send it out, get it etched, and go from there. Alright, I wrote it down. You know what? I'm writing everything. I'm also copying all this onto a text file. This way I don't forget. Alright, so I think we got a good handle on how that's going to look. So we are in a good position now. What's up, Raccoon? So the last thing is tire tracks. Like I said, I went to Hobby Town today and I looked at wheels. So wheels would be about that big. You know, they'd be about that big. So a package of 2 wheels that big was like $60. And I told the guy I wasn't ready to drop $60 just to make 3 inches of tire tracks. Thanks for the feedback, Conan. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I'm just kind of brainstorming. It's kind of fun to do once in a while with stuff like this. But yeah, you have a good weekend too. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying this setup. These are, like I said, I finished up, almost finished up Velma's hair. I just have to tweak it a little bit, and I'll have that video up. I'm thinking what I might do is I might just go over to Home Depot and get myself a round piece of wood, slice it, and add some tread to it, like just add some simple tread, and just roll it over the eaves when I do this, and just make it look like a car tire right there. I think that's the best bet of doing it. Because I don't know where the hell else to get cheap tires that I can actually look at and scale. Because I could go on eBay, but I might order something too small. Any of you guys have any hobby stores, like RC car part stores near you? If you do, let me know. Maybe one of those guys at the store would actually sell you like a used tire for like $2. Gotta try to think about this one. Or what I could do is I could just grab a piece of wood, and all I could do is I could kind of just go boom, 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 like it's just a car tire track. Maybe I could just do that. The only problem, Raccoon, is the scale tire I need it has to be like this big. And they're usually the only types of tires like that big are RC car parts that are like gas powered RC parts. And like I said, a 2-pack of tires was like 60 bucks. I'll have to look on eBay then. I'll have to see. Because the other thing too is I want to start working on this by Friday. And sometimes the people on eBay will take it 2 weeks to get to me. And like I said, all I'm doing is I'm making a car tire track right here. Literally 3 inches or 4 inches of track. That's all I'm looking to do. Maybe once I'm done with the stream, I'll go on eBay and check. Maybe I can find something really, fairly decent. Other than that, all I need to do is clean them up, finish her hair, and I gotta finish the Scooby snacks in her hand, get them cleaned up, and then just wet sand them and get them all ready for paint. Yeah, Joann's doesn't have any of that stuff, and Hobby Lobby, the closest Hobby Lobby to me is about 45 minutes away. Dog print Scooby-Doo tracks, that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe I could do that instead. Let me see if that site has dog prints. That 3D site, and then maybe my friend can print me paws. Let's see. Let's go to the site first and see if there's anything there. Where it's CG Trader. All right, let's look. Dog paws. Dog paws. Alright, so since Velma is kind of like the live stream character, let's take a vote. Would you guys rather see car tire tracks or dog paws like Scooby walk by her? So looking at that CG Trader site, they do have paw stuff you can, I mean I can make one myself, but they do have stuff you can print out. I could just make it myself, actually, probably. Hold on, I'll show you the picture. Let me, alright. Let's see here. Just go on, Google real quick. Let's get this up on the screen. Let's see. Image. Let's go. Hold on, I found something. Alright, so let's brainstorm this one. Put that aside, put all this stuff over here. Now the only thing is, if we have paw prints, the idea of Scooby without the collar is kind of a little bit weird. I don't know. Alright, so you figure, let's just say, let's experiment. So this is a paw print because he's kind of a big dog. So we have one. Right, another one. Another paw print. So then if we have this here, and then we have this with the grass, like so, you know, kind of some grass behind it. Somehow, I'll have to figure it out a little bit better. Alright, so if we have paw prints going there, right, and then on hers, if we do just maybe just like 2 paw prints over here. Lost dog flyer? I'm not really sure they would be in the graveyard looking for him. You know, they're kind of like the mystery crew, so the idea of the Scooby's lost. I don't know. Well, what do you guys think of like this? So you figure he's a big dog, he's not small, so his prints would be close, about the size of their feet. So I can actually sculpt the paws as a stamp. And what I can do is I can stamp it, you know, when I sculpt the Aves. So if this is dirt, I can sculpt it to make it look like he walked this direction. I kind of like the idea. Of the license plate is still here, but as a removable piece. You don't have to have the license plate there if you wanted. Just something to kind of throw Mr. Machine there. What I can do too is, when I'm sculpting the grass, I can actually put some of the paw prints between the grass to make it look like he kind of came in this direction. So we can sort of have him flow this way. So you would see the paws in the dirt, but you would slightly see them in the grass areas. So I could do that. Trying to think. Looking at that paw print, the problem is I would have to sculpt two separate paw prints, like kind of walking like so. I think I could do it. Trying to think. If I get a block of wood and I draw the paw prints on the bottom of the block of wood, and then I sculpt little paw prints on that, and I can use them as stamps. So if that's the case, this would be a little bit more to this way, to make it look like he stepped over this keep out sign. So this would kind of be more like, it's not going to be like flat like ground, it's going to be like it's broken in the dirt, so this way it's kind of removable, because this will be broken in like shipping or something. Yeah, you're right, Raccoon, they might. That might be something to check. Maybe I can do that. To do that, Jacob, the only problem is, that would be more, if he actually stepped on the sign, that would mean it would get crushed into the dirt somehow, or the mud. And then I'm just thinking that would be too much of a hassle. I know where you're going with it. If this was resin, then maybe I could come up with the thing where it looks like he actually stepped on it and everything. But I'm thinking he just kind of stepped over it. But I like the paw idea, so I think the paw idea would work. I think that'll be fine. But as far as the craft stores, I know what you're talking about. They have stickers. I know what you're talking about. The problem is they're not thick enough to actually push into the, Alright, so my idea is this. Hold on, let me grab a piece of wood. So the way I'm thinking, this will make life easier, and it'll be more fluid. So I grab a piece of wood like this, maybe a little bit smaller, actually probably at that size. And what I'll do is I'll cut this in half, right? Cut it in half, and on this side, that paw print that's on the screen, I'll print it out in Illustrator, and then what I'll do is I'll sculpt the paw like here with A's, right? So I'll have two separate sides, one left and one right, and all I do is once I put my eaves down, all I do is I stamp it. I just stamp it down. So this way I could kind of curve this a little bit too, and kind of like, because you know, the way the paw print is, the pads go into the dirt, but there's still the flat area that pushes it down, and you don't want a perfect flat circle, so I'll have to kind of smooth this out and rub it. So I think maybe that's the idea. I think this is a good scale size. for the paw prints. Actually, I think it's perfect size. Yeah. Because it's easier to sculpt this raised, and it's just like, boom, stamp it, stamp it, stamp it, and you're done. And this way, if I mess up and I feel that the dirt, or I messed up with the paws, I can sit there with the Aves, mush it up, and stamp it again. Well, I mean, once I sculpt onto this, I can sculpt the pads pretty deep. I don't have to sculpt the pad like tiny, but I can actually sculpt it, you know, like that thick, you know, of a pad. So this way, when I press it in there, it goes in pretty far. I know, Raccoon, some of the stuff you're thinking about, but the problem is every time I go to the hobby stores, they have stuff that would work, but it's never in scale. That's the issue. You know, I know they have a lot of paw print, like necklace or keychains for your bracelet, but nothing that's like big like this. I was just at Michael's 2 days ago, and they finally got in stock, and I was going through everything, but there was nothing like they used to have in scale for this stuff. A lot of little tiny trinkets. So I guess my next step is I'll have to cut this out, flatten it, curve it, and sculpt the paw prints on each one. Maybe I'll do that for the Velma video, but I'll have this already done for when we live stream. Alright, so I think we're kind of there. Well, if you look at that paw print, if you look at any dog or cat paw print, they have one right and one left. Their paws aren't exactly the same on each paw. So you have it, you know, paw prints sort of go at different angles. I mean, I could take the easy route and just do one. To make it look like it's just one paw print, but if you look at that screen, that's probably the right paw, and if you flip that on the other side, it's probably the left paw. That's if you want to be completely, like, you know, detailed. Yeah, Raccoon, I wish the stores had more stuff that I could go to. And I hate ordering online because every time I order something online, it's never in scale. Even though they say it's this size, it's never what I need. I have a box of parts that I bought over the years that never worked for a lot of projects. But I think this will work. So I think we're pretty much there. Tombstone, shout out to the creators. Hand, I'll figure out the monster hand when I get a chance. Paw prints, keep out, and a license plate. Because don't forget, Daphne has the Scooby snacks in her hand. So she's already got the Scooby snacks, so that's a throwback to Scooby. We're going to have the paw prints. Velma's going to have the magnifying glass. So I think we're kind of all there. Yeah, Raccoon, all the EC Moors are gone. The one by me's gone, the one a couple towns over is gone, and the one up when I go see my parents is gone. So I guess they closed a lot of AC Moore places. I thought their merchandise would go to like Michael's or something, but they're gone. And they used to have those bins. They had those bins of parts, like all those trinkets. Like anytime trinkets went on sale, they would just throw it in the bin and you have to scour through it. But they're gone. I kind of miss AC more, to tell you the truth. I've been to 2 Hobby Lobbies and they have tons and tons of stuff. But every time I go up to see my parents, it's either on a Sunday or I don't have time to make it to it and I don't get to go to the EC more. I mean the Hobby Lobby. Because they're closed on Sundays. No, that's fine, Jacob. I'm hoping once this year is done, I'll be caught up. I just finished up the 3 Cyclops kits. I'm just finishing up the Harley Quinn, and then I got to finish the Tabulicious Vanessa kit. I'm gonna start that next week. I'm gonna do that on Picardo because it's adult themed. Can't really do it on the YouTube. And then after that, I'm gonna pull out some big customs, and if I can finish them by December, I'll be back on track, unless they decide to shut down the country again, which I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. But if they're gonna shut down this country again, I'm gonna have to stock up on as much supplies as I can before they do it. So this way I don't have to sit there and wondering where the hell is everything. But I think we're in a good position now. I think I got all this planned out. Do some Illustrator work tomorrow. And start planning all this out. I'm holding out on repairs for a while because what is happening is I was getting way too many requests for repairs. And there was just days where I'm repairing stuff and I'm not getting all this big stuff done. So I just kind of need a break from repairs for a while. A lot of people think that, oh, it's just a simple little broken finger, but you have to do a couple steps and you can't do it all in one, like 15 minutes. And then when you pile on like 15 broken hands on repairing for people, it takes time. So I'm just holding off on a lot of stuff until I catch up, because I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 or 9 full-blown customs I have to get to. So I have to focus on the big stuff for a few months. Then once I'm back on track, I can start mixing in the repairs with you know, customs and garage kit paints. I'm getting there. Yes, I am going to do Picardo streams again this week. The reason why I didn't do much of them this past 2 weeks is because some days I wasn't home, and some days when I was home I had to focus, but I'm going to be doing the Vanessa kit, so I've been kind of prepping a roll up. I can't show the other version of her, but I could do it on Picardo. So if you guys remember this kit, I did a video on it. Yeah, once I get back on track, Jacob, I'll be back to taking on everything. It's just that I think more people discovered that I repair stuff, so I've been getting way too many people asking for repairs, and I'm just gotta really focus on what I have on my plate. Yeah, so I think starting Monday, I'm gonna start painting her up. Now, the backstory to her is Taboo was going to do a kit run of her, but then he was going to do a pre-paint run, and then the pandemic hit. So it was a nightmare trying to get a hold of the factory, trying to price everything out, and he decided to screw it. He's not going to do it because it was too much of a hassle. So this was the one we were going to send out to China to, this is going to be the master copy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it up the way he originally wanted it, so we didn't have a factory copy it. So this is what I'm going to do on the live stream. Raz, it's really not that hard. Basically, you download OBS. You link that up to your camera, whichever camera or webcam you're using, and then OBS just once you have your Picardo YouTube account set up, you just find the key to it and you just hit stream. I just don't know all the ins and outs of OBS yet, like adding in all the graphic stuff. I'll get to that like down the line. I'll just try to keep it simple. Just focus on the items. As far as Picardo, the idea with Picardo is just like during the day when I'm working on stuff, I just kick on the stream. A lot of times though is I'm working on something and then I go into the garage for an hour, then I come back and work on something. It's like, it's kind of hard to stream all that. But if I'm going to focus on a character for a few hours, then I'll kick on a Picardo. Picardo stream's kind of like more during the day thing, unless I want to try some night streams. This one's more of an adult character because her second top is topless, so that's better for Picardo. So that's that'll probably be Monday, I think. I'll start working on this one. If you think it's better for me to start tweeting out whatchamacallit, on Picardo, I will. But I think if you're on Picardo and you sign up, you automatically get an email when I stream, because I follow 2 people that stream on Picardo, and I always get an email when they start streaming. Yeah, Raz, you gotta start somewhere. I started streaming myself when I just, you know, put up the camera and just started, you know. It's, you know, it takes a while to grow a fan base and people watching it. Not that I'm super exciting, so just in time it works. I think what it is though is the past 2 weeks is I've been waking up and I've just been grinding out these kits. So by the time it's like 6 o'clock at night, I'm just so burnt out I just call it a night. But if I get back onto a regular schedule, some nights I can actually stream on Picardo late at night. If I'm decided to work later. But I think we're in a good position now. Alright, I think that's where I'm going to call the stream for tonight. Yeah, sign up on Picardo if you can, or download the app, whatever. Maybe what I'll try and do is tweet out when I'm going live as well. Just to kind of do a tweet. And then just keep plugging away on this stuff, and hopefully next year will be a better year. A lot of projects to do next year as well. Got a lot of cool customs for people, and I got some personal stuff as well. So just pray we don't shut down the world again. But thanks for the feedback, guys. I think we got a good handle on these two girls. I know what to do. So I think with that, have a good rest of your weekend. And hopefully by next Friday, I'll have this set up where maybe I can start doing this base. And then after that's done, we can start painting them up and get them out the door. So have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time, guys.